Hi guys, Bria here, and I am in absolutely gorgeous, beautiful El Salvador, and I really wanted to give y'all some content to make you think a little bit, maybe start a conversation, because since I've been abroad, I've noticed some comments in my comment section that are kind of concerning. Some of those comments would be careful while you're traveling. As a solo female, people are gonna target you. You're black, so people are gonna target or try to hurt you. Those were like the top two that really stuck out to me, because I just couldn't really understand or wrap my head around why that is people's concern. Because okay, I survived 29 years of life. As you guys know, my birthday was on Thursday. I made it to 29 years, and I survived those 29 years in the US of A, where they are the originators of not liking black people. To this day, they don't like black people. They don't shed us well in the media. They don't help our community out often. Often our communities are neglected. And I come from Atlanta, which is the Hollywood of the South, where there are a lot of very successful black people living there, and people are still getting killed by the police. I saw someone with my own eyes in Atlanta get his head busted in with a glass bottle in front of the police department, and nothing was done. Nothing was done. So sometimes it blows my mind when other Americans will chastise people who travel and tell them, oh, you need to be safe. Another one I got was, oh, what if you get sick? You better hope they have adequate like health facilities or health cover. I'm like, some of these things just kind of blow my mind. So to start with the black aspect of it, yes, I am a black woman. Yes, I travel solo, and I feel absolutely safe. I feel absolutely safe. I felt more unsafe in the United States. I felt more unsafe where I'm from. So this whole narrative that like, oh, well, be careful if you travel because maybe it's not safe, or maybe the people won't like you because of the color of your skin. I'm like, I experienced that in my own country at home. So I'm never gonna let that stop me from going somewhere else. And I can tell you guys honestly, since I've been in El Salvador, people have been nothing but kind to me. People have been nothing but showing me grace and patience. I don't speak Spanish. I would love to see some people who don't speak English travel to the US and how our people treat them. I would tell them already, like, you're gonna get a few who are like, learn English, like just nasty. And I have not experienced that at all. I felt nothing but safe everywhere I've gone. There's been a security guard, a police officer, even the people themselves. I went to the market and they called me a taxi themselves with their own phone. They'll call me an Uber themselves just to make sure I get to where I'm going safely. And right now I'm in my hostel, which a lot of people are like weirded out by hostels. They're like, I don't know if I want to stay in a hostel. I don't know if it's safe. I'm so glad I did this, because this is my favorite experience thus far. This tops the resort. This tops my Airbnb, where I had like a nice swanky like condo. This really gives me the heart and the vibe of El Salvador. And it makes me very sad when I see people who are discouraging other people to travel based off of like fear mongering, because you can get hurt. Anything can happen to you in your home country that can happen to you in another country. The other one was, oh, well, what about health? What if you get sick? I had one of my, I don't know if they subscribed or not, because y'all, I'll be losing subscribers like every day, because I say how I feel. I don't care. I'm not going to change that. And if you don't like my opinion, you don't like my channel, you don't like what I talk about, you can just leave. I'm honestly not going to lose any sleep. But everyone who is here, I really appreciate you being here and being a real person who's able to have a real conversation. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section. Just, if you're going to comment, be prepared for a reply. Like, I feel like some people comment and they just want me to be like, thanks. And I'm like, no, like, I'm going to reply and tell you how I feel. And if I don't agree, I don't agree. So, like I said, the other one was healthcare. I said, why assume that a country doesn't have adequate services for their people if you've never been there? I could see if you're like, well, I've done research on this this country, I've been there before, or I know people who've been there before. Like, I can completely understand that. But just to assume, like, oh, be safe, sis, hopefully nothing happens to you out there. I'm like, where are those well wishes when I'm in the city of Atlanta and they shooting? Like, where are those well wishes at, you know? So I just wanted to do this video because I really just wanted to express how passionate I feel about people traveling. Do not let people scare you out of traveling because you're a woman, because you're black, because you're by yourself. Don't let them do it, because half of the time those people don't even travel themselves. A lot of the people who are so scared is because they've never done anything different. And I promise you guys, I was absolutely terrified the day of my flight to come here, bro. Like, it was so crazy. Like, I was literally upset with myself because I was like, you've been manifesting this trip for so long, and here we go, the day of your flight, and I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I cannot find my AirPods. And I'm freaking out. And I'm like, how am I gonna watch my shows on the plane without AirPods? And I lost it. And then I had to sit back and calm down. And I started crying, y'all. I started crying. And I told my best friend, I was like, you know what? I don't think I deserve this. And it came out of my mouth so naturally, it was almost like disturbing. I was like, I feel like I'm flipping out, I'm acting irregular, I'm out of character, I'm not acting like somebody who's about to go on a trip of their life that they've been planning. I'm acting like somebody who doesn't feel like they deserve this. And I had to be real with myself and be like, I've been so terrified of travel. I've been so terrified of it not working out and all the things that you hear and all the fear that they place into you that it stops people from doing that. But yet and still, I can see my white brothers and sisters doing the things that I want to do. I can live vicariously through them and watch them do things that I feel like, well, yeah, they deserve it. They got money. They got this. I'm like, why don't I deserve this? Should I not follow my dreams or do the things I want to do out of fear? Would I be happier or safer if I avoided that fear? I don't really think so. And I really feel like since I've been here, like, I've really just challenged myself. Like, a solo trip, this is my first solo trip. Like, I've learned so much about myself. Overall, it's been more positive than it ever could have been negative. More positive. And I really want to see more people travel, especially people who look like me, and share their experiences. Like, we don't have to be scared to go out into the world. 9 times out of 10, people are happy to see you. They're happy to see different people come into their country. I sat and spoke with the owner of this hostel for like a good 15 minutes, and he was telling me he was asking me like, why did you come to this country? So I just go off a list of like reasons. I was like, oh, you guys take the US dollar, it's a beautiful country, it's not that far from the US, blah, blah, blah. I'm going on all these things, and he finally got to, it's safe though, right? And I didn't even think to even say that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, he's like, did you go to the city? Did you walk around in the city? Did you, just walk up and down the streets? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, it's safe. It wasn't this way some time ago. And we've cleaned up the streets, and we're like, the people here are so humble and proud of the progress of this country. They want to share that with tourists. I can't say that for every country that you go to. Like, there's going to be different experiences no matter where you go, but the point is to go, right? The point is not to be scared. The point is not to be like, I'm just going to do what I've always done, and I'm not going to grow out of fear that somebody might try and hurt me, when in reality, someone can try and hurt me at home. So I don't want to make this video too long because I be getting my feelings about it, for real. I do not like when people fearmonger or try to scare people from traveling or living their best life. I know there are dangers out there. I'm 29 years old. I know. I've been through some things myself. So I'm not saying don't be cautious. Don't be someone who does your research ahead of time. I'm saying don't let that stop you. Because in my opinion, in this day and age, America can't say nothing with the amount of stuff that we're dealing with in our country, honey. I don't feel safe there. I don't. And I think that's why, part of the reason why I've been considering moving out of the country and adventuring and exploring different places, because all I know is that. All I know is toxicity, racism, consumerism. Like, I want to discover something new. So again, don't want to make this too long, but please, please, please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think there's a lot of Americans who have it mixed up or backwards, and they're just scared of every other country, and they're scared of the people, what they're going to do, and they don't even recognize the enemy at home? Do you think that we kind of put ourselves on a pedestal as Americans, as if our country is the safest, our country is the best, you're going to be better off here, when in reality, you probably couldn't count on one hand how many countries you visited? So yeah, let's get the conversation started. I want to talk with y'all. I want to know what you think. And at the end of the day, the message of this video is to travel, and don't you dare let anybody scare you out of traveling. No matter what color of your skin, no matter if you're a man or a woman, I'm here to prove it to you that I'm fine, I'm safe, I'm alive. All I gotta do is make it back to America safely, and I've had no problems. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Please like the video if you enjoy this topic, and if you're not subscribed, you may want to be, because I got a lot of good content coming out. So I'll talk to you guys later, and peace.